welcome to Marina'S kitchen. I hope that, look, I've done this biscuit pastry before and it's so lovely to have just a plain biscuit pastry. You can do whatever you want with it. I did this, the first time I did this biscuit pastry was with my great-granddaughter, and she was 8 and now she's 17, so that's how long, and I've been doing it for years and years and years, this plain biscuit pastry. The kids have done things with them. I call them fork biscuits because I do an embedded with the fork on the pastry. So I'm just going to show you this beautiful basic biscuit pastry. Now what I've done here, I've got 250 grams of butter with a cup and a half of sugar, and I creamed it in there. I creamed it with my beaters and I creamed it. And then after I put 3 eggs in there, I broke up 3 eggs in there. I've already done that. I've put 3 eggs in. Okay. Now I've got, it's so quick, vanilla, 3 eggs, 1.5 cup of sugar, 250 of butter. Just mix it all together. And now I'm just going to add my self-raising flour. So that's how quick it is. I've got 4 cups of self-raising flour here, but it all depends. You just add the self-raising flour to get a beautiful soft pastry. So I'm just going to start adding a bit at a time. It might take more than the 4 cups of pastry. It all depends on the size of your eggs. My eggs are 700. Now just mix that all together. Lovely. Look. And it comes to a lovely soft biscuit pastry. And it takes that 4 cups of flour. I don't want it too firm. You just got to be soft enough to handle. So I'll put some more in. There's 4 cups here. So I'm just going to put in a bit at a time, and it might take whatever it takes. And look, it's such a beautiful biscuit pastry. I've been doing it for years, and my kids have dipped them in tea and milk, and they've eaten them like that, and everybody likes them. And I can make different shapes with them. So look, it'll take this small flour yet, look, because it needs to take, this is 4 cups of flour, 4 cups of self-raising flour. Just keep on adding a bit at a time until you get a lovely soft pastry. We don't want a really hard pastry, just a lovely pliable pastry. And that still needs more flour to it. I've got 4 cups here, and I think it'll take the whole 4 cups. If it needs to take, I'll put in more, but that's the 4 cups of self-raising flour. And look, it just comes to a lovely pastry. Just keep on mixing it around. It's a lovely big quantity. You can halve it if you want to. I've always done this big quantity because I get a lot of a big quantity of plain biscuits, and I can either freeze them or eat them. Now that still needs, see, that's pretty soft yet, so I'm still going to keep on adding my self-raising flour until I get a lovely mixture that's not too soft and not too hard, okay? I think that might be about right. I put 4 and I put another 1/2 cup, and I think that just about will do it. Just another bit. I don't want it too soft because it's too soft to handle. You can't handle it if it's too soft, so I'm going to put some more. So that's about 5 cups of self-raising flour. Just keep on adding. I think that's about it now. It's lovely and moist, lovely pliable pastry. It's a big lot of pastry. You make quite a few biscuits. You can cut it in halves if you want to. So there you go. I'm going to mix this round now. And look, I can do it in different shapes with it. You could sort of, the kids used to muck around with these and this pastry. They used to even write their name with the letters, you know, and sort of then put the chocolate chips on and all that sort of thing. So look, it's a lovely soft pastry. Just keep on mixing that up and until you get that lovely. I think I need a little bit more flour on this because it's a bit soft. It's a bit soft to handle. It's too soft to handle. This is what I'm saying. Just it takes about 5 to 5.5 cups. It's a bit soft to handle, so just keep on adding that self-raising flour until you get that lovely soft texture that you want. It all depends on your eggs. Sometimes you have a larger eggs or smaller eggs, but look, that would take a good 5 cups of self-raising flour. I think that's just about it now. I'll just get down in my hand. Look, this is lovely and soft, beautiful. That's perfect now. That's how I want it. Lovely and soft and pliable. Lovely. Such a beautiful pastry. This is such a beautiful pastry. You can use it for a lot of things. So now what I'm going to do, I'll just wash my hands. I'll show you what I've done before. Now this is the first tray I did before, and look, this is what I shape them in. I get the piece of pastry. I'll just wipe my hands. You can dip your hands in the flour if you want, if you need it for. And look, I'll just get a piece of pastry. I roll it out like that, and I dip my fork in the flour and dip it in there like that. And oh, that's a bit soft, that one. Still a bit soft. I'll better put some more flour on it. That was a bit soft on that one. I want to have it that the fork doesn't stick to it. Okay. Now, okay. Now, all that you do is just put it like that. Just get a small piece at a time like that. Put your fork in the flour and pick it up, and you've got some beautiful biscuits. You can shape them any way you want to. Look, that's how they come, beautiful. It's a lovely biscuit that my kids used to love putting it in the coffee, the milk I mean, and a cup of tea, and they are beautiful. Look, just keep on doing the same thing. You can shape them up with anything you want. I like this fork biscuit shape. And just flour your hands a little bit and put it on there like that. Look, honestly. And I'm going to do some with the chocolate chip. They love, my grandchildren love the chocolate chip done with them. Okay? So I call them fork biscuits, because this is how I do them. With fork, and they come lovely and brown. Put your oven on, nice and a hot oven. And 180 to 200, because they need that lovely hot oven. And what you do is you just keep on doing this, keep on shaping it up. And then another thing you do is just dip them in chocolate chips. Beautiful. My kids love them done in chocolate chip. Put some flour in your fingers because they might be sticky. Just put them on the chocolate chips like that. You don't want a lot. Look. And you can do any shape you want to. My grandchildren just love mucking around with this, because they just keep on doing anything they want with it. And just put a couple of chocolate chips in it like that. Sometimes they like to put other things like sprinklers on them, what other things you want to put on them. Or let's just do the roll thing with the flour and the fork. Just press it down with the fork. Beautiful. Just get that don't get it too soft, because you won't be able to work with it. As long as it's just nice that you can just roll it there, put a bit of flour on your fork and put it down like that. There you go, another one. Look, there's quite a few here. You get a lot, but you know, I freeze them and they come beautiful. It's such a lovely biscuit pastry. It's beautiful. Just keep on doing the same thing. You can put the sprinklers on it, you can put the chocolate chip on it. Just do that, flatten it out, put it in some chocolate chips and put them on there like that. You can do anything you want with this pastry. You can decorate it any way you want to. It's just a lovely pastry. Beautiful pastry, there you go. Now we've got that lovely, you can mix up whatever you want to mix up. The pastry is beautiful, you've got plenty of pastry here. It is lovely, lovely and pliable. Lovely lot of pastry here, beautiful. Nice and soft. And that took about 5 cups of self-raising flour. Just keep on adding to it until it's lovely and pliable like that. And put them in the oven. And when they're lovely and brown like that, beautiful and brown, they're such a lovely crunchy biscuit. My kids have been, well, I've been doing them for years, and my grandchildren, my great-grandchildren have eaten these, and they come along and they'll say, can I have a fork biscuit? And this is what they call them, fork biscuits, because I do that intent of a fork, marking with the fork, and they call them fork biscuits. But it's just a beautiful pastry to do whatever you want to do with them. This pastry is so good for a lot of things, even little tarts. You can make it, this basic pastry is very good to do quite a few things. You can do little tarts with it and fill it up whatever you want to fill it up with it. You can decorate it with whatever you want. The kids love decorating it. The kids like mucking around and make little shapes with it. So look, this is something that the children can do when they're on holidays. And look, it comes a lovely big quantity of biscuits. They freeze perfectly well, and they are lovely. It's a lovely crunchy biscuit. Lovely biscuit. Okay. Well, thank you for watching and have a good day. Thank you. Bye.